Hi, you're watching Cooking with Diane. I'm Diane, and today I'm going to show you how to dispose of hot fryer oil. Now this seems kind of niche, but if you've ever tried frying chicken or if you've tried my fried pickle video, you'll know that if you want to deep fry at home, after you're done deep frying, you're going to be left with a pot full of hot oil. So this pot has about an inch of canola oil in it, but it's hot. I heated that up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit to fry my pickles, and it's going to stay hot for a little while. So the first step to disposing hot oil is to let it sit. You don't want to mess with hot oil. You don't want to try pouring it into a funnel and risk having it splash on you. So the first step to disposing hot oil is to leave it alone. Leave it in the pot, leave it overnight. Don't worry about washing the pot tonight. Just leave it on the stove and let it cool down. If you're worried about somebody else in your household grabbing it and burning themselves, put a note on it that says, hot oil, don't touch. So we're going to come back in an hour or two when my oil is cooled down to room temperature, and I'll show you what to do with it. So now our oil has had a chance to cool down. Ideally you want it room temperature, so really let it go a couple hours or overnight if you have the time. Now we want to decide, do we want to keep the oil for another use or dispose it? If your oil is still light in color, it's not super dark brown, and it doesn't smell horrible, it should maybe smell mildly of whatever you were frying, if at most, then you can probably reuse it. If you want to reuse your oil, you need to strain out all of those solids that have collected at the bottom of it. So the first thing we're going to do is strain it. You want as fine a mesh strainer as possible to really get all of the little bits out of the oil. Straining out the solids will help it stay fresh for longer. And I'm straining over a bowl that's going to be easy to pour out of later. So I've poured from this bowl before. It's flexible, so it kind of creates a spout. If you have one of those bowls or large measuring cups that has a spout, use that. Just don't use a bowl that has a really thick rim that's going to be messy to pour out of, because you really don't want to spill oil all over your counter. That's going to be really annoying to clean up. I'm going to pour the oil over the strainer and into the bowl. And if there's any sludge from the bottom, try to keep that in the pot. There's no reason to try to strain out the sludge. That's garbage. So now I have my room temperature strained oil in a bowl. And ideally, I should have the bottle that it came in. If I didn't keep this bottle, then grab another bottle or container that you want to keep your oil in and use a funnel to pour the oil back into that bottle. And again, you should be looking to see if the oil is light yellow in color and that there's no sludge collecting at the bottom. It might be a shade darker than it was when you bought it, but again, it shouldn't be like a really dark brown or black color. So this can stay at room temperature, or if you're worried, it can stay in the fridge for as long as you would normally keep oil. I can use this to saute now. Maybe I'll use it to fry again. This is perfectly good to use as long as I keep smelling it occasionally and it doesn't smell like it's rancid. If your oil is really dark in color, or if you just don't want to use it again, then I would still go through the same process. You wouldn't need to strain it, but you would want to pour it through the funnel back into a bottle or other closed container, and then throw the whole bottle in the trash. What you really don't want to do is pour your oil down the drain, because that's going to clog your pipes. It's also not a great idea to pour oil into your trash can that's not in a container, because then what if you get a hole in your trash bag, and you're just going to track oil all over your house and down your driveway. It's just not a good idea. So that's how you dispose of your frying oil safely and cleanly. Now we have a couple oily dishes to clean. I recommend using a rubber spatula to get any excess sludge or oil out of there. This is a small enough amount that you can just put it straight in the trash can. That's not going to be a problem. Get as much out of there as you can before you start washing it. It'll make your life easier. Rinse it with really hot water to melt all the excess oil off the sides, and then wash it really well with soap and water, and you'll be good to go. Thank you so much for watching Cooking with Diane. I hope this was helpful, and have a great day. Bye.